Hi everybody, Jared here with Day Traders FX. Hopefully you guys are having a great day. We're having a pretty good day. We had some very nice moves, some very nice breakouts, some great things happening in the markets here. And so let's talk a little bit about them. Just a quick reminder, we do have an educational webinar today. This is for group members only, but a free trial is available. So if you'd like to attend the webinar, you can get a free trial, free 5-day trial to the group, and you can join us for that webinar, which is coming up in just a couple of hours actually. So join us for that. That'll be should be good. There's some good things to talk about and go over. Quick little peek at things. We saw some very interesting movements. Gold made a huge move. The Dow and S&P ended up pretty negative for the day. Oil pretty flat. A lot of interesting things going on there. As far as news today, there hasn't been any major news, but there's been a lot of speculation in the way of ECB, what they're going to do, and not to mention, tomorrow we have the FOMC meeting minutes. We will have a live event for this that everybody will be welcome to attend, and that'll be posted on the website shortly, but definitely join us for that. There's going to be some good activity for that, so markets will be waiting for that. As far as the euro dollar goes, we had some very nice moves. We were looking for some breaks above 123.75. We got that. The market ran like crazy, and now here are a couple of interesting things to look for. We could be seeing a few details in the works. Number one, we could see that the post-summer movement might be here. It's been a bit of a consolidated June, July. Now we're getting into August, end of August here. So some consolidation, some sideways activity, and it looks like things might be breaking out. We're just about there. We're going to talk about a few things here, but one thing that I was looking for is 124.40. This is 124.40. This was a pretty important high of the last several weeks, and the euro has just broken above that. Now that leaves it open for some pretty nice upside potential. Good little trend line breakout, nice break of resistance, everything looking good. We're well above 124.40. Now from this high here, which is June, to the low of July, that's a pretty decent sized range. That's about 700 pips. Our fib level from there, it has stopped the euro. The 61.8% fib has stopped the euro just solid in its tracks, and that's about 124.80. And you can see that the euro pushed a little bit above that, and then it's just consolidating right around this 124.78 kind of 80-ish area, and it's just right there. Now I do think that we have a very good chance of getting a continued break above that. I am looking at this point to buy on the dip. I want to pick up some pips here right around this 124.40 area once again. So we're about 30 pips above that, but if we see a nice dip down into 124.40, I'm going to look to buy and pick that up and see if we can get some runs back up through that 68% fib, because now that we're above 124.40, we've got some pretty good opportunity to run into some much higher levels, and so that's what I'm going to be looking for, is that bounce off that area and a trade into about 12500. I think there's going to be a good 60 pips in a run like that, and even more. So look for that buy on the dip around 124.40, and let's take this euro higher. I think it's got some very good bullish potential. The reason I think that is, I'm going to skip over the pound dollar. We'll go back to that one in just a moment because that's super interesting. But the reason I think that is because we've had a very important level on the euro yen as well, which is this area right here. You can see our nice little perfect little high right here, which is the 98.35, and then ultimately 98.60. Now this was a level I talked about yesterday, and you can see that the euro yen has gotten above that very nicely, very easily, up into 99. We got up to about 99.20 or so. Just shy of 99.20 at that high. So we've made a pretty clear break. We're about to get or we do have a new daily candle now. So what I'm going to look for is a couple of pips of retracement. Remember, this was a nice little 61% fib as well, which was at 98.60. And so now I think that we've got a good opportunity to get a little bit of retracement, 20 to 25 pips down into this 98.60-ish area, put our stops below below 98.35 and just look for entries on the dip down in this area between 98.35 and 98.60. So I'm going to be looking for entry opportunities to buy on the dip down in here. So definitely looking for some of that and looking to take this up into the 100 mark and even beyond. We've got some very nice levels and some very good things at work here. So I think we've got some good potential to take this euro yen up. So now we have the euro dollar above a major level, euro yen above a major level. I'm going to skip the Aussie dollar once again and just run over to this gold setup here. This we've been talking about excessively as well, which was 1625 important level, 1630 more important level. I've sent this out on Twitter several times. I've talked about it in the daily video several times. 1630 has been a very, very tough level, and gold has been unable to open above that for 1, 2, 3, basically 3 entire months. And now we have an open above 1630. So now I think we're targeting 1660 and ultimately 1690 are the next two levels I'm going for here. So I think we've got some great pips and some great potential to the upside there. And I'm going to be looking to load up some more positions right around that 1630 if we can get some retracement and a little bit of a dip. But again, the theme of all these pairs is get some retracement back to that major level of resistance that was just broken and look to buy just above that. Now, pound dollar, going back to this one, pound dollar is at a very interesting level itself. We have this area right here, and it's tough to say if we got a good solid open above that or not. It's kind of right on that 50% fib right there, which is 157.85. But one thing that we did get quite a bit of, which has been pretty significant, is so far candle bodies, at least at this point, haven't been able on the daily chart to open above 157.50. There's 157.50 right there, and we've had some pretty nice double tops. We've had some highs and so on. So we've definitely broken the highs of the last 3 months. And now we've got a nice open above that 57.50, which again was a very, very tough level for the pound dollar to get a hold of or to get above. So again, I'm going to be looking for some opportunities like that. I want to see about 20, 25 pips of retracement here, and I want to look for some entries probably around this daily pivot, which should be around 157.60. Get some stops down here below this area, but looking to buy on the dip as well. I think the pound dollar has had enough of a break, and we should be able to get some movement. So looking to buy again off of this support and take the pair higher. I think we've got a great opportunity on that. So the pound dollar hasn't given us as pronounced of a break as we've seen on euro dollar, euro yen, but it's looking pretty good. And so I think we're going to be able to get that break. So again, on most of these pairs, euro dollar, I want to see about 30. I think we can get about 30 pips of retracement. Pound dollar, I want to see about 20 to 30 pips of retracement. Euro yen, at least 20 to 25, and if not 35 pips of retracement on that guy. And then last but not least, the Aussie dollar. This thing's getting a little choppy. I'm not super in love with it, but it's bounced nicely off of our moving average and so on. It's dipped down very nicely. Nice little breakout of a couple of week trend line here. Still a little bit choppy, so I'm not super anxious to do too much with that one just yet. We had a great trade on the Aussie yen this morning. We got a great reversal here and brought that sold it on down. Great little short. So we've got some good setups and some good things in the works, but we need to look for some retracement, and so that's going to be definitely the theme coming up here. But remember, we do have big news coming out tomorrow for the FOMC, and that's going to really get markets moving. So keep an eye on that. Best of luck, and keep an eye on Twitter. Remember, you can follow me on Twitter at DayTradersFX. You can also like us on Facebook and get the latest updates on there as well. So best of luck, guys. I will see you in the chat. More updates coming.